Good evening, everyone. It is the 2nd of February, 2026, and this is Spencer Keck with the Hillbilly Think Tank. I am the educated hillbilly. No, that's not an oxymoron. Don't call me an oxymoron. Hey, y'all, I'm coming live from Tunnel Hills, Kentucky, where life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is what we live for. Now, I'm also running for magistrate in Hardin County District 3, which Tunnel Hills is just one little section of. And I'm hoping that we can hear some things today. You guys can know what I am planning on if I get elected. One of the biggest things is, we've got to improve our public transportation here. We don't have one. So there was promises made a few years back that Hardin County would have one, and so we need that to happen, right? So we need a county-wide public transportation program. We also have got to make sure that we keep our emergency medical services up to snuff, make them, top of the game, because we have very good healthcare system here in this county, and we want it to stay that way. If you have an emergency, you need to be able to get to where you're going safely and in a timely manner. But we also want to make sure that the folks are well paid, that are EMTs and paramedics out there and ambulance drivers. So that's, some of the things I believe in. We'll talk more about my platform as we go. But tonight, hey, I am just sitting here reminiscing with my favorite Baptist preacher, Reverend Elijah Craig, and his spirit. So the spirit is strong with Reverend Elijah Craig. He's my favorite Kentucky Baptist preacher. Anyway, now I was out at Heaven Hill. I guess it was it yesterday, the day before, and happened to have a great bourbon tasting. One of the guides, I'm not sure exactly what you call the person who helps you taste their bourbons out there at Heaven Hill. It gives you history, tells you some good stories. But just so happened, I'm a vet. I was the only one there with all the snow and ice at that time of day that I went, and happened to get a veteran from here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, that was doing the tasting. So it was a phenomenal time. Really, really appreciate those folks out there. They had a good kitchen too. So my 14-year-old and I had a good meal, and I just had a really good time out there. And it was great to see that one of our Hardin County folks is gainfully employed out there, and that they're employing disabled vet. So if you get a chance to go out there, you'll know you're helping out the county when you do, because someone's employed from here to there. And I am doing this show late. I know I've been trying to make sure, and I've got it posted, that I'll have my show on at 6 o'clock every night. But at 6 o'clock today, this is my monthly time to get together with some veterans for a support group And we went to the gathering place there in Radcliffe. If you haven't gone to the gathering place, that is a really good spot to get you some coffee, pastries, sit and gather with your, friends, family. They're very veteran friendly, hence that's why we were out there. And I can't say enough about them. Number one, um, we get to have coffee while we're out there that they provide to us, and it's just a really, really good spot. Please take a little time, go out there, say hello to them, thank them. It's the Gathering Bakery. That was our gathering place, but the official name is the Gathering Bakery. You can get you a good sandwich out there, all kinds of good baked goods, and great coffee, and really good time. They got a lot of family-friendly offerings out there, and they even have games for your kids while you're sitting eating and drinking coffee. And they have other sodas out there too, but their coffee's great. All right, so on top of that, we know that we're now into the second day of partial government shutdown. Well, how's this affected me and us? That's, to be seen since we are only at day 2, but this is a partial shutdown, not a full shutdown. They've broken this budget into pieces. So to me right now, I'm still just sitting here focusing on the fact that I am in day 2 of my cutting myself off from my addiction to fascism. 2 days into not spending any money on Jeff Bezos. I haven't used Alexa. I didn't use Amazon Prime. I didn't use Audible, which is one of my favorite things. And my other favorite thing to use is Amazon Music. I haven't touched it. Yeah, that takes a lot for me to do that, but is it worth it? Heck yeah, because I'm dedicated to making sure that I take care of my community, right? And that we shut down the fascism here in America. We don't need to see folks terrorized by masked gunmen in the streets. When I was fighting terrorists overseas in Afghanistan, never once did I wear a mask. And I was fighting some really hard-hitting terrorists, but I and my fellow Marines and sailors, we felt it was a stronger thing for us to go out there, as ourselves, showing our face, unafraid, because we knew that we were in the right. We knew that those, well, if you want to call it, Islamo-fascist terrorists were not anyone that we needed to be afraid to show our face to, because we were putting them in their place. And we don't need that same type and caliber of fascism here in America. If treating regular civilians well was something we did on a daily, then I don't see why treating all civilians here in this country in an honorable manner is something that we shouldn't be doing too. So I'm not using my hard-earned money on these companies that promote this craziness. So what am I doing instead? I'm going to mom and pop businesses like the Gathering Bakery. I'll spend my money there. Going out to support local workers from this county that work all around here. Some of them work at Heaven Hill, others work over at Boundary Oak Distilleries. Plenty of great coffee shops I like to go get my coffee from in the morning. So, we've got a new Scooters that opened up here. Like to spend my money there. We've got all kinds of other great coffee shops in town, great donut places. Yeah, and when I need to buy something, I'm going to go buy it from a mom and pop shop. So like I said, if I need my tennis shoes, which I do, I'm going to go buy my Hokas at Running Soles right there in downtown Elizabethtown on the square. Great place, veteran owned. What more can you ask for? When I need a bottle of wine, I'm going to the Water's Edge Bistro. Also, right there, not far off the square in Elizabethtown, veteran owned. They make their own wine on the premises, and they also serve some good food too. So every day, I'm going to try to mention another great business that really helps this community out, especially if they're veteran owned or if they employ a lot of veterans, because we are a veteran heavy county. We are the largest per capita amount of veterans in this state. So I really appreciate the fact that this county treats us with honor and respect, and I'm going to do that by spending my money on local businesses. All right, y'all. What else is going on? Well, turns out, if you look at the news, I guess xAI has now been bought and merged with SpaceX, creating one of the most expensive companies in the world. What else does that do for you and me? Well, it was just revealed that xAI can tear right through your anonymity. If you have an account that you're trying to be anonymous with, they can determine, oh, this account on social media is owned by this person, but has a different name. Yeah. So we now have AI entities that can dive into your personal, freedom of information accounts. They can violate your First Amendment. You won't have any more free speech because xAI, that's Musk's AI, will uncover it all if you're trying to be anonymous in your freedom of speech. So this is going to be interesting, as we know that Musk is one of the biggest donors to this network of fascists. He's one of the chief oligarchs. So I'm making sure I don't use anything that he's associated with in my Freedom from Fascism February. If you're wondering how to go on ahead and help yourself out and not take part anymore in these corporations that are just spending billions and giving trillions to the grifter in chief, go on and look at this website right here. I put it in the comments. This is from Scott Galloway. He's an amazing economist that I've really latched onto and started listening to. He has a site now that's called Resist and Unsubscribe. So if you go to that, https://www.resistandunsubscribe.com/, you can find there how to unsubscribe from Amazon. If you want to just completely unsubscribe. For me, I'm just not using Amazon for all of February, at least all of February. You can go there, find out how to get rid of anything that you're using that Musk owns. You can find out which other companies are really helping the grifter in chief out the most. But like I said, the fact that Jeff Bezos used his purchase of MGM and making MGM Amazon the one that made this Melania movie, so-called movie documentary that no one's in the theaters watching, and yet somehow it got an award last night. Yeah, I'm not going to contribute anymore to him doing crap like that. It was a million upon million upon millions, multi-million-dollar giveaway to Melania Trump for her grift. So now, all right, again, XAI will destroy your anonymity. We all need to be careful of that. All right, y'all. Again, sorry for my late post, but it has been a good 2 days as I have been free of Jeff Bezos and everything that he's trying to do to this country. If y'all would, please hit like and subscribe. And remember, you go in there and make at least an 8-word comment in the comment section there in Facebook. That helps kick off an algorithm that will pass my message along to other listeners, right? So, as part of my dedication to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, I am going to encourage us all to love our neighbors as ourselves, because in Kentucky, especially in Hardin County, united we stand, divided we fall. We love our neighbors, we can't be divided. If we remember that we are our brother's keeper and we are our sister's keeper, there's no way they can divide us, right? So, bless your corazon. Have a really great evening.
Are you cold? Are you cold? Oh my God.